What is up, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube? So today we are doing a tutorial slash build along slash I really wasn't really planning on doing a video today, but I had to because I made a video saying I was going to do videos and I haven't done one yet because I didn't know what to do. I don't know what to do with my life or my hands. Anyway, so we're doing a video. It's going to be a video of some stables slash breeding kind of area for horses and smaller tames. Evidently, you guys, like I said, this is going to be kind of a build along. It's going to be very impromptu. There's going to be mistakes along the way. It may turn into a two-part series. Who knows? Two-part series, two-part video. Anyway, that's kind of where we're looking at. So, thank you for tuning in. If you clicked the video, you evidently kind of like the pictures that you saw. So let's see where this ends up. We're in the kind of over by the castle. This area is flippin' gorgeous. I love this place. It's probably my favorite place to build on all the maps so far. And any hoozle. So this is the template. So it is a 10 by 13. So 10 this way by 13 this way. Foundation rectangle, square type of thing. Okay. And then it has pillars going every other foundation. Or well, I guess every two foundations, right? Except for on the corners, they have three. Now I built this. There was another video where it was me building this, but I had run into a bunch of issues where stuff was attacking me every 10 seconds and trying to eat me and it was just dumb. It was just dumb. It took a long time. The video was like already 10.5 minutes long. It was insane. So I was like, all right, I'm redoing this. People are just gonna have to like follow along from where we're at. So it's a 10 by 13. It's very, very easy. You can build this anywhere. That's flat, I guess. We got two entrance points. Boop, boop. And then the pillars, as you can see, they run, you know, so it's one off the dino gate. And then there's two gaps in between, except for on the corners, there's three. You got two gaps in between, one gap, two gap in between, one gap, two gap in between, one gap, two gap in between, three. Does that kind of make sense? You picking up what I'm laying down? You smelling what I'm stepping in? Alright, let's hope so. Alright, so this is where we're at. So what we're doing is we're doing stone pillars on the bottom, then we're doing wood pillars on the toppy. I completely, like a flippin' idiot, forgot to do, what do you call it? I forgot to get some wooden pillars because I'm a big dummy head. So what I did is I'm going to end up deleting these items later because this is on my like actual server. And players play in here with me, and I don't want to hear the words admin abuse for spawning things in for a video. So I'm just going to have to spawn in these items because like I crafted everything else, but I forgot to get wooden pillars, and I don't think you kind folks want to sit here and watch me grind out wooden pillars. I feel like that's just not on your list of shit to do today. So we're just gonna spawn them in, and yeah. So we're gonna continue the pillars up the wall. Already 3 minutes in, and I'm just finally starting to build. I apologize, guys. So we're gonna continue the pillars up the wall. So ideally, you would build this on a private server, one that doesn't allow base wiping and stuff like that, because this is, make sure it ends up in the center of the pillar. I hate that offset crap. I don't know why it does that, because this build is not, I say again, it is not, god dang it, it is not meant to be used in an official or in a big PvP server, because it will get pretty well booty stomped. So yeah, the way my server works is so there is PvP. There's a decent amount of PvP actually. Yeah, we're gonna go too high here. We can delete what we don't need. If I remember correctly, last time I did these walls, it required too high. Anyway, so the way the PvP works is you cannot just go around wiping people. You have to cause as little collateral damage as possible, cause as little damage to people's structures as possible, because a lot of people build stuff like what we're building right now, and we take and put a lot of time and effort into our builds, and we don't need some 12-year-old with a battle quetz flying around. Joke's on them, because they can't use battle quetzes here. But we don't want people flying around, you know, destroying people's stuff, or walking around with gigas and raffle stomping people's everything. So that's unacceptable. It's not nice. Don't do it. Alright, so anyway, this is what we're doing here. We're gonna run more fence foundation around the outside, and then place more pillars. So we're doing just basically follow along. Ah, Batman, why? Alright. I hate when that happens. Well, like, what is that? What is the point of that snap point? I don't get that. Like, just barely offset enough to frustrate me? Like, what is that? You're just killing my ADD here. You know, they diagnosed me with that crap when I was in school, when I was, like, little, but I don't think I even have a... Yeah, you don't even... Lucky for you. Oh, what in the F? Alright, come on. Alright, these pillars are gonna give me a tumor. It's not a tumor. It's a tumor. Yeah, it's a tumor, it's a tumor. Yeah, it's a tumor. Oh, come on. Alright. Yeah, so hey, for those of you, oh man, for those of you who are watching this at some point, let me know what kind of builds y'all want to see, right? Like, I've got various ideas brewing up in my noggin, but I just don't know, you know, like, there's several build videos that I have in mind that I'm going to end up doing regardless of, you know, what people, you know, requests or whatever, but I've got, I guess a few. God, I'm gonna have to destroy a lot of these pillars. That's gonna frustrate me. That's okay. I can do it. No problem. People, yeah, so regardless of what people, like, request, you know, I've got builds that I'm gonna do, but, like, what kind of stuff do you guys want to see? Because I know there's other YouTubers out there, you know, Oot and a Boot, that kind of do their own thing, and there's a lot of nice builds out there, but I've seen a lot of, like, I guess a lot of the same stuff, you know. It's usually just like really big structures that don't really have much of a purpose, you know. There's a lot of empty space, and I don't get the point of empty space in an area. Like, it baffles me how much empty room, how much blank space there is in some of these builds. So, I don't know. Let me know what you guys want to see, and then I'm gonna try to build it, but build it on a smaller scale. The other thing too is if you have ideas for, like, more aesthetic builds, definitely let me know, because that's right up my alley. I'm a fan of the more aesthetic type builds. I like the Norse style architecture too. Wonder if I have enough to make these two. I actually have a Viking. Oh, what in the? I pressed X, yo, not. Whatever. I have a Viking longhouse build that I should actually. I have drill this weekend. Otherwise, I would do it this weekend. So I'm probably gonna do that Monday, and that should get. I'll do it Monday morning, and that should get put out. That should get out to you guys by. Oh, I need to get some more pillars. That should get out to you guys by at least, like, you know, Monday evening. So that's kind of my idea. But that's a little bit bigger of a build. That one takes a decent amount of time to do. Oh, what the heck. Also takes a fair amount of resources. So, but I think, again, like I said, to make this, like, a little bit more expedient, I think I'm just gonna talk to the people in my server and see if they'd be cool with me spawning stuff in to do builds with, because I mean, it's not like I'm using it for my, like, personal stuff, I guess. I don't know. People get kind of butthurt and whiny when it comes to admins using commands. Like, I don't do any PvP, so I feel like it shouldn't really matter. Also, I run the server, so I also feel like it shouldn't matter, but people don't seem to get that. Same feeling. Alright, there. So we're gonna start. That's the gist. Alright, so lots of pillars. Again, this build. So all my other builds, by the way, their ladies and germs will not be as impromptu as this one. I just didn't really know what to do, and then I was like, oh well, I gotta build the wife a stable, so I might as well do that. So I mean, I'm, you know, sorry for the the almost random nature of the build, but it's you know, this is kind of what we had to work with. So let's see, I'm gonna need some of this thatch. Goodbye, rooster. He gets lonely in parties by himself, so I told him that I would be back, and in just a little bit. Alright, let's see here. We need stone walls and wooden walls. We're only going to take 50 of each, because that's a lot. We're probably going to mix in some of these as well. Jeez. Cheese and crackers, Batman. Stuff's heavy. Okay, so the bottom layer I always do in stone. Keep in mind, because you're using pillars and the fence foundation, there's going to be a few different snap points that the walls are going to want to use, because they have, see, there's going to be one that's in, and then there's one that's up top. Make sure you use the one that shows the majority. If you notice, out to the kitchen because I'm an idiot and forgot that I put chicken in there and forgot to pull it out of the oven. Stupid, stupid, stupid. Almost burnt the house down. The wife would have been pleased. Alright, these are too low. Are they? Maybe not, I'm confused. Ah, come on. I mean, I suppose if you wanted to make this a little bit more PvP friendly, you could always run double walls on this thing, but again, I mean on a primitive plus server, which is what we're running on, by the way, on a primitive plus server, it's not so bad because there's nothing really big you gotta worry about. Like, you don't have to worry about people taking after your stuff with rocket launchers and C4 and stuff like that. The worst you're gonna come across is probably sticky bombs, but sticky bombs don't cause mass splash damage. They're almost like shape charges, kind of. They do, if they're only touching one wall, they only do damage to that one wall. They don't do damage to, you know, the surrounding 6 walls around it. They, you know, they're actually pretty good about keeping the damage to a minimum, which is kind of why I like them. Plus, we don't typically allow people to go after people's structures with like gigas and stuff, unless it's like an outer wall, you know. But if you're like taking after somebody's house with a giga, that's a bad day, because they're probably gonna come push your crap in and then show you what it's like. Alright, here we're gonna do the wood facing out. Actually, you know what? Never mind. Scratch that. The regular stone facing out. Alright, so now I gotta grab more stone walls to go along the inside. But you guys get the gist. I'm gonna do that here in just a sec. So we're gonna go along the outside of the wall. So now you got the two sides, obviously. You got the nice side and the gross wood side, right? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna flip it. We're gonna invert the wood. So the pretty side is facing on the outside, right? We're gonna do one window here. Yeah, we're gonna do one window. To the window, to the wall, okay. Now just be sure that when you're doing this that you are flipping the walls inward. So you're not making the mistake that I do frequently and putting it so the wall is, the gross side is on the outside. So now every middle, just like this here, everywhere there's two, you're going to run a window. Now really these windows don't serve a purpose. You're not looking out of the windows and stuff like that unless you wanted to, let's say, put a, what do you call it, put a walkway through the middle so you could walk through and then look out, you know, like you would have in a real wall. If you want to do something like that, you are more than welcome to. Oops, yeah, I messed it up. There's always one. You are more than welcome to do that. Please modify this build to your heart's content. I usually, in the description down below, there's actually a link to our Facebook page for the server, or not the server, but the, what do you call it, for the YouTube channel. If you go on there, and then if you ever build this, comment your pictures somewhere in there. I'd like to see them. I'd like to see what modifications you guys make and stuff like that. So, oop. Okay, so we're just gonna throw this here, throw this here. This is a good time too when you're going around placing these walls. This is a good time to kind of go around and just make sure that nothing is going to be obstructing your wall, as far as like, what is it called, trees and stuff like that, making sure that they're not inside the wall. This one is like just on the outside. That's kind of lucky because I really didn't want to get rid of that. I like trees. I'm weird. So, alright, I'm gonna cut this quick and then we'll be right back. I'm gonna do this inside wall and I will see you guys in just a second. Okay, we're back. So I had to make a few, like a minor adjustment. So on the inside of the wall, instead of putting windows, I did not put windows. I'm gonna kind of play with it. If you guys like the window look, please, by all means, put windows. I may end up slamming windows in there at a later time myself, but who knows. I made a bit of a hiccup here. The wall snapped to the bottom, but it won't let me actually delete the wall. I can only get the floor, so that's sad. Oh well, who cares? So anyway, so this is where we're at. So now what we're going to do is we're going to run some wooden ceilings on the toppies here. I gotta go over here and grab these. Probably should have grabbed them out of this stupid crab when I was over here. We're gonna use wooden ceilings because these ones are cheaper to make, and I might need the stone ones for something else. So, why? Oops. I thought it would break it. Evidently not. There we go. Well, why is it doing that? I can never figure out, sometimes this game and its snapping mechanics really drive me up a flipping wall. There we go. I don't understand what the deal is. Alright. So we're gonna run wooden ceilings all the way around. Just like this. So you want to have it snapped. It's because the two snap points are weird. That's why. Like, I know why, but it's just frustrating. So you want to have it snapped on the innermost portion, so that way you have this little lip on the outside. That little lip, your build will be weird if you don't have it like that. So make sure you do that all the way around. So it's got to be flush, just like so. Come on. Oi. There we go. That's right. The dang tree. Hi, tree. You're so pretty. Oh, did you snap in the wrong place? God damn it, Bobby. God damn it, Bobby. Alright. I have this guy in my unit that does that voice incredibly well. It's awesome. Alright, so yeah, I was gonna do this part off camera too, but then I realized that the little snappy issue might be kind of hard to explain if I didn't just show it. So, alright, boom, shakalaka, there we go. So we are all the way around the edgy poo. Sweet, yay, Batman. Alright, awesome. Alright, so now what we're going to do, we're going to go back over to our Crab of Justice. If you do not have a Crab of Justice, then you need to fix that pronto. Yeah, our server allows aberration tames and stuff like that, so we're going to grab back our window frames, rather. Come on. Put this wooden crap back in him. And then we're going to grab a hold of these saucy nipples. Alright, let's see here. What else did we need? Was it anything else? Was there anything else? Anything at all? Yes. These. Oh god. Just barely enough room to move. I really should have taken a mind wipe and just put everything in a weight. That's what I think I'm going to do that for my next build video. Alright, so we're going to take a wooden window wall, place it just like so. Okay, what that's going to do is that's going to allow us to place the corners here. Corners, I'm an idiot. What are they called? These things, you know what I'm saying. You picking up what I'm laying down. What in the F, Batman? Yeah, I did have the autism for a minute there. There we go. Alright, so just like that, just like so. And then, so you'll do the same thing down here on the corners. You're going to want to run on the insides, just like so. Okay, so now the way this is going to work. Actually, you know what? I think what we're going to do, yeah, we'll do that. I need to get my my flat bits out again. We need, right, shoot. We need doorways. That's what I was forgetting. I knew I was forgetting something. Stupid, stupid, stupid. Alright. So we're gonna need 1, 2, 4, 6. So we'll need 8 doorways, if I did math right. If I did maths, do I have 8 doorways? I could have swore. On my mama, I got some doorways. Where are they? Man. I didn't. Come on, man. Why do you gotta do me like that? Am I stupid? I see stone ones, but I don't see wood ones. I got wooden doors, right? I thought so. I do. Look, they're right there. Alright, so we need 2, 4, 6, 8. So we're going to craft all 10. Why not? And then we need 4. Of these. Oh man, I'm a heavy fella. I'm a heavy fella. Urgh. You know what I think we're gonna do? Improvisation. I apologize if you've already placed things down. But we're gonna improvise here. Okay, so I need to grab a couple more things. But we're gonna do ceilings here, flat ceilings on the edges instead. Just like so. Boom. Shakalaka. And you're gonna do the same thing. See, like I said at the beginning of this video, it's a good thing that I threw a little disclaimer out there telling you that it was an impromptu build, because some of y'all be really mad. People are probably already kind of mad, but whatevs. Put all this crap back in here. Every point of weight counts, man. Alright, so we need more of these. Alright, here I come, I am Cinnamon. Alright, so you see what we're doing here? Now at this point, this is where we're going to place these little fellas down right here. Make sure that the pretty part sticks out. That's what we're calling it from now on. It's the pretty part. Pretty part's out. And then... wait a minute. Pretty part's out. Oh wait. No. Idiot! So confused. That's the one, right? Yeah, okay. Good grief. Okay, so we're gonna put Plant X up here. The reason for the plants of awesomeness is because, well, this is a rather important area because we have little babies here. We don't want babies to get attacked by, you know, mean old dinosaurs. So it just kind of helps keep crap out, really. These you can place however you like. I like to do them where the gross side is in, just like that. You can place these however you see fit. It's entirely up to you. They snap on no matter which way. So we're doing gross side in again. Gross side in, so the gross side is gonna face in towards the compound. The nice side is gonna face out. Okay. And then we're gonna go do the same thing on the opposite side. So you place window, door, door, window, window, top, top, and then where is it? This one. Oh wait, or is it this one? It's this one. There. Out. Out. Okay. Again. Window. Make sure you're snapping it in the right spot there. Either way, it doesn't really matter here. Alright, and then a top. just like so. Alright, and this is where your last two is going to come in. Again, you can place these however you see fit. It's entirely up to you. It's your wall. Let's see here. Okay. So now we're going to place just like that. Alright. So we've got the majority of the wall. So now plant X will go on every flat part. So every top, just like this, that's where the plant X goes. Again, the point of that is for safety for the dinos and stuff like that. Also, if you're, over here and you got to run away from something, it's easy to run to the, to the turrets. So now in every other gap, we're going to place down the railing. You can use whichever railing you decide to use, whatever you think is the nicest. It's entirely up to you. I like to use this wood handrail that Primitive Plus provides. I think this, I think it gives a good look. So we're going to use this for our build. You can use what you like for yours. Oh man, they keep snapping in weird places. I'll have to go back and fix these here after a bit. You want to snap them, ideally they'll sit, there's two positions. You want to snap them on the outermost edge. I think that's where they look best. But I mean, if you like them on the innermost edge, put them on the innermost. I don't really care. It's entirely up to you. Again, it's your build. It's your baby. Okay, it's your baby. I almost flirted with running some stone pillars up this edge here, but I didn't, evidently. All right, so now we've got our railings in. The railings are down. We're gonna go back to our crab of justice. Throw this into its inventory. We'll put these back in there because we don't need any of this anymore. Alright, now we're going to grab the heaviest roofs on the face of this planet. Now these are lumber sloped roofs. I love the look of these. You can use whatever roofs you want. If you want to use thatch, you can use thatch. Thatch looks really nice. You can use, what are they called? You can use the brick ones. The brick also looks really nice. Do with it as you please. I just like the look of these. Also, my build over there has them, so I want to make it match. So we're gonna run these all the way across the top now. Now, typically, I like to have two sets of roofs, right? So it, it would come down at a, at an angle both ways. It'd be, just like a regular roof. But in the interest of saving both time, resources, dang it, I hate this place because they take a decent amount of resources to make. In the interest of both time and resources, I went with just a single roof, as you can see. Please tell me that snapped in right. Yeah, it did. Alright. It's the only downside with having the tree all up in my business. Can't really... I don't know, it's going to clip through, but it is what it is. It's the price you pay for foliage. I wish there was a mechanic where I could just trim branches. That'd be sweet. Alright, sweetness. Alright, so that's pretty much the wall, ladies and gentlemen. What we're going to do now, I'm going to get some more wooden pillars and extend the wooden pillars up one just to match the top of the roof. And then I'm going to run some wooden railings around the outside here. And then That'll pretty much be the wall. This is the first part. So this is going to be the first part of the build. It is going to be a 2-part build. I think that's going to be the easiest way to do this. So we're going to grab some of these. We'll grab the rest of these. What else was it that I needed? Oh, wooden pillars. I'll need more of those, evidently. We'll put these back. Oops. I need some wooden foundation as well. Do I have any of those left? Yeah, I do. Right here. Let's grab 2 wooden foundations. So now you can place this. We're gonna use a spiral staircase. You can place this staircase wherever you like. Whatever works for you. Doesn't necessarily matter. I am going to do mine right over here, being that this rock area can't really be used anyhow, so I think we're gonna do, let's see, how does that work? Oh, right. Okay. Okay, yeah, so we'll do it like this. And then we'll run 1 out and out. So then you can just kind of come up this way. I'm going to fix this up a little bit, make that look a little nicer, but that's the gist. You place yours wherever you want. If you don't want to do a staircase, you don't have to. You can do a hey, quiet for a minute, don't say anything. Don't come in here.